I'm Sandy. Welcome back to my channel. In today's video, we are going to talk about the projects I've done during the past 3.5 years studying at BC or Business Communication, Thammasat University. Before I begin, let me formally introduce myself. I'm Sandy. I'm currently a senior at BC Thammasat and I'm finishing my last semester here already. So I think that's a good time to reflect on the past projects I've done and share with you guys. And hopefully it will be useful for many of you, especially if you're the ones who are interested in joining BC in the future. Maybe you can learn something new about the projects we did so that you can, use it in your interview or maybe write in your statement of purposes. Anyway, I hope it will be useful for some people, I guess. Okay, so let's start. And I want to say that I could not find some of the projects in Canva to talk about today. So the earliest project I could find was during my second year, and we'll start with that. Okay, so finally, let's begin. The first project we're talking about is Operations Management, or OM 201. So basically we chose a company and we interviewed the top management level. And in our class, there were so many interesting companies. I think like some of my friends were also doing a case study about PTT. But for us, my group, we chose OG Paper Company. We're interviewing them about different aspects of their operations management, whether it's the quality of their paper, their factory. So that's the first one. The second one is Human Resource Management, or HR 201 final project. And it's similar to the OM 201 because it's also a final project about company case study. However, I couldn't tell you the name of the company because it's confidential. We interviewed the HR manager for this project, which allowed us to present in that information like the company's safety training program. It's like, once again, testing your understanding of the theories. Like, let's say you learn about HRM theories, but what about in real life? And once you see the situation in real life, how can you improve for them using what we learned in classes? Next is digital marketing, which is also a final / term project. It's kind of like a long-term thing we worked on since the first day of the semester and then ended at the last day. Ajahn is allowing us to create contents with our group. For my group, we created a TikTok channel called Vibe Vibes. And lastly, at the end, our final presentation is about IMC plan. And I can show you some parts of the presentation that I'm responsible for, like our marketing communication strategy. Is it push or pull marketing strategy, or 4 Ps that you are definitely gonna learn about, but it's about 4 Ps in digital marketing in terms of making content. We have this creative presentation, but of course, we also balance it with a formal report, which tends to be a lot more serious, but I like it. I like both. It was very fun. Next is BA 291, Introduction to Business. And in this subject, we had to create a business plan, propose a business idea to open outside Thailand, and my group chose to establish an international school business. Surprising, right? And it's an international school planned to be open in Vietnam, and it's called FPT International STEM High School. So throughout the course, the professor taught us about what do we do before opening a business in some other countries, like what do we have to know? We have to know their geographical conditions. We have to know their economy. We have to know about their history and cultural aspects and so much more. Basically, if the whole presentation was about Vietnam, right? We have to explain why Vietnam. It's very eye-opening to learn about how you could open a business in an international market in the future. Next is one of my favorite projects because it's one of my favorite courses, like all-time favorite. It's business ethics. I love this subject like so much. So we presented about different chocolate companies with ethical issues that are documented. And for me, I talked about Cadbury chocolate, which I used to love it so much. And I never knew about its ethical issues, not until I learned this subject. It sticks with me in long term, to reflect about my decisions, about my ethical perspectives in life, in business, and all the decisions that I need to make purchasing those business. I'm going off topic, well, because I'm so passionate about this subject. Okay, so next, finance. This is one of the most challenging courses I have ever learned. We presented like the financial analysis and valuation, that's very important, using DCF. I'm using fancy words, guys, discounted cash flow kind of stuff. We kind of have to answer whether it's overvalued or undervalued, and what if it's actually in stock? Would we buy the stock and why? So give reasons, and that's basically it. Next is the writing course, and there are two major writing courses in my third year. The first one is like a business proposal. For my group, we chose to propose our business solution to Salad Factory, and I'm sure y'all have heard of it, and we proposed to be their PR manager. Looking back, it was so fun because our professor were also like requesting for tangible results, like although it's not real, like we didn't actually propose to Salad Factory, but a lot of things are real. We actually taped the video to present that, okay, this is what we're gonna do, like this is how we're gonna improve your public relations stuff. And we also posted on my TikTok, and Salad Factory also saw the videos. Moving on to another one, it's also another writing project, and this course, it's called academic writing course. We spent the whole semester learning how to write a literature review. So my topic for me and my pair is about food waste in America, causes and effects on global climate change. And because it's a literature review, the whole semester was mainly about learning how to write it. Like what kind of language do you use? What kind of tense? How do you structure it? And also spent a lot of time reading, researching. We didn't do only the writing part, but also presentation part. And I think it's good because we learned both how to write in an academic way, so mostly words, and then also how to deliver an interesting presentation, like turning those words into an interesting presentation with images and stuff. So yeah, that was fun as well. The next one is a project during summer break, and I don't know if I could say if it's a project, but it's one of the major things we did during summer break after finishing third year, and that's internship. But for the new curriculum, I think you guys are doing it in the last year, so it's a different style. Just to give you an idea, here are some of my internship report at Dongmyeong International Airport. The next one is ER211, Introduction to Entrepreneurship course. It's kind of like a business consultation project. We acted as an actual business consultant for real businesses. And for my group, we got a rapid start. This project would actually be presented to the CEO. So we kind of think more about what we actually have to offer in terms of tangible results and not just concepts, you know? And it taught me and my friends a lot to be realistic. And at the end, when you are focusing on tangible results, it all worked so well. And the CEO also came to listen to our presentation. So it was a very fun experience to be a business consultant for real. The next one is logistics, and it's also one of my favorite courses because the professor who's teaching logistics was the same one teaching operations management. And what I love the most about him is that he always tells us he tried to change the teaching style because the operations management course, we learned it during second year, so it's more theory based. But now we're in the fourth year, so he changed the whole teaching style to be like mix between theories, but also a lot more weight on the practical side. And I love it so much. Like it feels real. It feels like I learned something that could actually be offered to real business in the future. So we presented about ASRS system, which is one of the functions of a smart warehouse that a lot of companies are integrating this kind of technology in their warehouses already. And we presented all about it, like what is ASRS, what is smart warehouse, what are other kind of technologies like the automatic forklift that do not need human anymore. Like all those stuff, we presented it to our professor to prove that we really understood the concept in logistics class. Next is a project in my negotiations class, and it's about DCASH business, which the good thing about this project is that our professor was the actual owner of DCASH business, kind of like a valuation project, due diligence kind of stuff, where we kind of need to present about how much we want to sell DCASH in terms of financial value, but also added value for brand equity. Like we need to explain why DCASH is worth as much as we want to sell. If we want to sell a business in a certain number, we just need to prove it. That the reasons why this business, like I'm selling so expensive because of this and that. And the whole process of doing that is negotiation. Lastly, we're gonna end with business research project, which is a whole semester project once again, but it's truly academic when compared with other subjects. And from my group, we chose to do a paper about materialism and perceptions of it, and how it affects the purchase of counterfeit luxury goods in Thailand among Thai Gen Zs. And in this subject, I learned so much about how to write properly, but most importantly, I think it's all about the intentions behind writing your paper. And I'm very grateful to have a professor who always reminded me that in this business research course, it's always important to remind yourself that you are writing this research for a good purpose. And when you hear research, it might sound difficult, it might sound like a challenge, but trust me, you would have a lot of fun doing that along the way. Okay, so that's it for our video, and I think I talked about more than 10 projects, right? So it was a pretty long video. If you guys have stayed until the end of this video, thank you so much. Like, I didn't know how you guys could bear with me this long. Like, I'm yapping way too much in this video, but it was a very good reflection that I hope it's also useful for you guys, more or less. If you want more videos about BC Thammasat, please let me know down below in the comments. And especially if you need like some help with your interview, mock interview exams, or you just need someone to like ask questions about BC, you can always ask me on my Line official account, because I might not answer right away on Instagram direct message. So I would put my Line official account here so that you can always message me. Always, okay? Don't be afraid to ask. I would really want to help you. Thank you so much. Bye!